Well, yeah, I guess. Um, so I think it has a lot to do with ego, with everything, and if everybody just grew, and it takes time. Like, it took me going through a lot of heartache and a lot of why the fuck are these things happening to me, and it's because I keep picking this same version of the person I've always been with. Like, different body, different looks, but psychologically, from a psychological standpoint, every single person, I can give you a list of things that all had a commonality there. And now, as a grown-ass bitch I am, after this last relationship, I know that I need to stop giving exceptions to my rules. Because even when I was getting into the last relationship, I was like, oh, but I still had these rules for myself. And I was like, okay, she's the exception. And then I get fucked over. So no more exceptions. So that is part of growth. Stop being like, it's okay because I love them. No, it's not okay because you love them. Follow those red flags and run away. Only green flags here from now on. But look at it. It took me, oh my Jesus, it took me to the age of 42. I guess when you're turning 42, it's the answer to everything, right? Here I am. And maybe that's what it is. When we're 42, that's the answer to everything, where we find the truth, we find our true selves, because believe me, I'm turning into her, and I hope I stay there, and I better not future me better not let me fuck this up, and I will write it down. But we have to take control and accountability for ourselves. Period. Because I definitely do. And like, I was discussing things with somebody last night, and I was saying things like, I'm sure I have never been perfect in the relationships that I have been in. I never claim to be. My faults are trying to hold people accountable for their actions. But really, is that a fault? I don't know. I should talk to a therapist about that. Is it a fault? No, I should just leave. Period. If I'm trying to keep holding somebody accountable for 2 years or 3 years or however long I'm in a relationship with them, and they're not holding themselves accountable, then definitely peace out. But now I know, at this age, 42 is the answer, that I'm not going to let myself do that again. And if I do, then I'm just going to be set back again. Like, I keep growing into this person that I am, and I keep fucking letting myself down, and I need to stop. So that's me holding myself accountable. And I always hold myself accountable and work on myself, because it fucking sucks being sad, and it sucks doing all this shadow work and all these things that I need to do for myself. But what it all comes down to in the end is taking accountability, loving ourselves, learning to love ourselves, growing into the person that we're meant to be. And we're going to be growing for the rest of our lives. We truly, really are going to be growing for the rest of our lives. You need to be around and surrounded people with less ego. Like, as an artist, that is really hard. But if they're spiritual on the same level as you, it's pretty fucking awesome. And beautiful. And grown. And it could be sexy. Sorry. You know what is sexy? I'm going to tell you what sexy is to me. When a person knows when not to... Okay, because I do the same thing. Like, I used to rattle fucking people's chains and be like, fucking go at it and like yell at them and like fight about things, especially politics. Still, I can get mouthy about politics. But it's really hard to not talk about politics, especially with the things going on right now. So I have a friend, and we were talking about things the other day about the politics and about Trump and COVID and all these things, and we never ever talk about it ever. Like, we don't say anything because we know, in a group of people we could get in an argument, so we never have ever talked about it before. So they started talking about it, and I was like, what? Like, it was just me and them, and we were on the phone, and they were like, yeah, fucking Trump, fucking COVID, and like going off and like showing me their brain. And oh my fucking God, I was like, holy sexiness. I am okay. I can feel attraction towards somebody. Because, like when you're on this healing journey, like, you put that side off of it because you can't have any distractions. Like, you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna jump in this relationship and work on myself. That's not gonna fucking work. And like, people say, oh, I've seen so many people say, don't go and judge this person just because they're in a relationship and da da da. And I'm like, I'm not judging them, but they're gonna get the same outcome as they did every other relationship if they don't fucking heal themselves. So I, as a human being, have not been in a relationship since I left in April back to Arizona. I'm not in a relationship. Well, I think I might still be legally married. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about it. But I am just making sure that, I'm happy. And, like I said, on the healing journey, you can't just be in a relationship and expect yourself to heal, because that is a distraction. And you're supposed to be building relationships with the people around you and not somebody else. Like, you need to take care of your familiar before having anything else enter into the world, your world. So, that's why I'm making sure my familiar, my family and everything, we are good. And then I'm making sure, period one, myself is fucking good, because I do not want to resort back to sad girl, even though I'm part-time sad girl, full-time chingona. But yeah. So anyways, this episode is about mental health and I guess psychology, fucking philosophy. Like, I've just went down all these different things. And I really have to say that I feel like I'm growing into a person that I can be proud of. And that's something I would have never said. Because I'm only focusing on, not only, but I am focusing on the growth that I need and the understanding. And I'm aware of who I am, and I am not better than anybody. I am just more aware. So there's a big difference. Being aware and being better than, there's a big difference. I am aware of my surroundings. I'm aware of people's feelings. I am aware of others. And growing is beautiful. And mental health is very important. So if you're having any thoughts of suicide, call the suicide hotline. Call a friend. You know what? I'll give you the suicide hotline number. Let's do that. Suicide hotline number. Well, let's not just do in the state. Let's do the full one. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to get excited, but that's ridiculous. Alright, so they're available 24 hours. It's a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It is 1-800-273-8255. Once again, that is 1-800-273-8255, which is 1-800-273-TALK. You can also go to suicidepreventionlifeline.org. So look into those if you need to. Oh shit. Sorry. I got distracted by the beeping of the paleta man, and then my sister just messaged and said, when is tamale day? Ooh, ooh. For us, it's going to be December 11th. Gonna make some tamales. And we're all gonna wear masks because we gotta save each other and make sure we don't get anybody sick. So yeah, I really do appreciate all my listeners. Today, I've been seeing a lot of the Spotify wrap-ups, and I actually received a text from somebody that messaged from somebody that was like, hey, look it, and it was like, my podcast, this podcast right here, Roosevelt Rebel, was their number one podcast that they listened to, and it was beautiful, and I almost cried, but I was working, so I couldn't. But I did post it on Instagram, so if you go to _rebel_riot_, you can see it. See, I'm not very egotistical about these things. I am very excited and happy about these things. I'm not going to be, like, discussing, like, yeah, boy, I'm the best. I'm back in the fucking 90s here, yo. So, anywho, so I do really appreciate our listeners all over the world. I'm so serious. Like, I have never been excited about where you guys are listening to me from. So I'm going to go ahead and say some of the countries and give you a what's up. Let me get in there. Let me find it. And alright, my brother's home, so it's really loud. And, like, I don't know if you're picking up any of the noises from his room. Alright, so India, United States of America, United Kingdom, hello. Canada, what's up? Switzerland, hello. France, Malawi, Mexico, Sweden. Thank you to all of my listeners in all of these countries. I appreciate you guys listening to all of these different podcasts that we have, that I have, that are on the air. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it so much. Like, seeing these numbers going up every day, every week makes me happy. And it's just to see that my 2 years of work I've put into, starting with Shot About It. That started in August of 2019, and now there's been altogether, I think there's like 7 shows that are under Roosevelt Rebel. I do appreciate, everyone that's been listening for all these couple years and still listening. I love it so much, and I enjoy seeing everybody. So I'm going to do so just from this Roosevelt Rebel, United States, France, Mexico, and Sweden. Thank you for listening, because I know our Germany listeners are the ones that are listening to Shot About It. I'm sure it's probably Sabrina's family because she's from Germany. So shout out to them. I'm going to have to do that on the podcast this weekend if we do it, which I think we might. I'm not too sure. We didn't do it this last weekend at all. It was karaoke and decorating. They recorded me singing. Okay, this was like a little embarrassing, but I kind of like, okay, I'm just going to deal with it. So it was karaoke night. We're doing karaoke night. Juliet, Sabrina's daughter, has a little karaoke microphone. So they were putting on songs from YouTube, the sing-along versions of whatever song we wanted to sing. And so they're hanging out, and all of a sudden I hear my songs from my YouTube channel come on, and Sabrina made me sing along to it. And it was just, felt weird and awkward, but then it's kind of like, whatever, like, and she said, my Christmas wish, like this is a recording, like she videotaped me fucking talking or singing along to my own music. And she was like, my Christmas wish is that Teresa brings the guitar over and sings at the Christmas party. I was like, good luck on that one. But I actually might go and buy myself a new guitar. Maybe that will push me towards wanting to play or like trade some of the guitars that I have in now. Which I might do that because, it's time to upgrade. Why not? Because I have very many guitars. I have like 10 guitars. Some are in storage, some are in my room, some are in, the storage room that we have at the house, and then some are in the other room. So it's like I have like 4 places where my guitars are, and I would love to have one location where everything is, and I think I would be more apt to fucking playing the guitar more if I had like a room where I could